Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here or watching a first video of mine, thank you so much for watching and tuning in to an episode of Let's Play The Sims for Cottage Living. We're back at the Mosleys once again. And yeah, let me talk to you about what happened a little bit. In the last episode, I promised you to show you around at the Finchwick Fair. Although I tried and did record that episode, the fair was a little bit buggy in my game, so I'm gonna try that again next Saturday. And for now, I decided not to upload that part because it wasn't all that enjoyable. But it doesn't mean we haven't made any progress because we actually have. We're back at the mostly household, and as you can see, we changed the house up quite a bit. I'll get into that in a second, but let me state the obvious first. Josephine and Florian aren't the only Sims on this lot anymore because Josephine actually gave birth off camera to her newborn son, who's called Arthur. He's currently in his very adorable nursery. And yeah, he's actually been a blessing of a baby. He's been very, very easy to handle, hasn't been crying all that much, has slept through the night. So Josephine and Florian are all up with good energy to feed the chickens, to feed the cows. And yeah, I think he's going to be a lovely addition to the family. And I think he will enjoy the farm life as well. So yeah, that's the first thing I'd like to mention. The second thing is indeed that I did change the house up a little bit. With the new addition, we needed a bit more space and we needed to make the house, well, ready to be expanded on in the future. So we already added the first floor in the first time I built this house, but I didn't actually put in a staircase yet, and now I did. But because we are currently cut off from energy, because we haven't paid our bills yet, I'll show you around once the lights are back on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Josephine make one more serving of mayonnaise from the freshly collected eggs she picked up this morning, and then we'll head to the village square of Hanford on Backley to sell this with hopefully a 10% profit if we haggle a little bit with either Agnes or Agatha or Kim Goldblum. So I'm gonna have Josephine do that right away. The good thing is canning mayonnaise actually doesn't require the stove, so you can do this even if you don't have energy by possibly if you haven't paid your bills either, or if you have the off-the-grid lot rate available activated on your lot and don't have any energy left. It's a very easy process, and since Josephine is at level 10 of her cooking skill, everything comes out excellent, so the quality is great. So will be the last batch I make before I go. We'll have about 21 jars of mayonnaise available to sell. We also have a few colored eggs. I'm not exactly sure why I'm getting these because I'm not knowingly feeding my chickens any treats, but they're still producing different colored eggs. I'm not complaining. I'm really not complaining because they're worth more, but it is a bit odd. Luckily, we do also get some regular eggs, so we can make mayonnaise and that kind of stuff and cook with them because I don't think the colored eggs are that great for cooking. I'm not sure actually, but I think so. I'll have to check. But we also collected some bottles of milk from our cow Clara since about yesterday, and we're gonna sell that too. I'm gonna see if I can milk her once more before I go to the village square. I'm gonna do that. Every time you milk a cow in The Sims 4, you get about 6 bottles of milk. You can milk her up to, I believe it's 2 or 3 times a day. I do make sure I pet her very, very often so she stays happy. And I'm not just using her to make money because that feels a bit cruel. Oh, and there's a fox running around on our lot, as you can tell. I'm not sure if he's gonna do anything. I think he is. I'm gonna have Florian shoo Rocky away. Ooh, he can't do that apparently. Shoo Rocky away. Yes, here he goes. Because Our chickens aren't the happiest when there's a fox around. Exactly, they're scared already. But we've scared him off, so he'll leave the lot. Or he's supposed to leave the lot at least. Florian, I haven't really talked to you about him. He's actually been so excited that he's a dad. He's been in a non-stop great mood because of the new baby. No moment in a Sim's life is more joyous than the birth of a child. Well, I couldn't agree more. And Florian is so happy with his life, so happy with his new child. He's feeling very blessed with Josephine and the child. And he's actually already kind of like, I'd like a second one. He really would like to have a big family. So we'll make sure he gets one, just not right now. Let's focus on getting a few more of the basics in before we expand to another family member. Yes, Josephine collected some of the. I see. Yeah, so the fox is leaving. Once you tell them to go away, the fox is leaving. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. Josephine is gonna go to the village square whilst Florian is gonna cuddle with his new child. Ah, this is so precious. I love it. Well, I think he'll take care of that. He's a great dad, so that should be fine. Ooh, I'm gonna check if this produce is ready to be harvested. No, it's not yet. Okay. I've also really been enjoying the winter wonderland of Hanford and Beckley. What I love about the season expansion is that they put a lot of effort in how the worlds look once they go into different season. And both fall and winter have been so pretty in Hanford and Beckley. I mean, this looks like a dream, don't you agree? It's just very, very, very nice. The Sims 4 just looks really pretty. I tried playing The Sims 3 the other day. I installed it on my computer, the Legacy Edition, and no, not the Legacy Edition, the special Mac Edition for 64-bit operating systems. But I didn't age well. I used to think it looked amazing, especially compared to The Sims 2, but I much prefer the graphic art style of The Sims 2 and especially The Sims 4, of course, but that's the most recent iteration. I enjoyed that much more. I don't like The Sims 3 at all anymore, the looks of The Sims 3. I mean, gameplay, it still has quite a few advantages to The Sims 4, but I can't get myself to enjoy it anymore. It's really weird. But I'm also really a sucker for how things look, so that might be the reason why Sims 4 is actually my favorite iteration of all the games. We're gonna enjoy the winter snow once we get back to our farm, our home, and we're gonna build a snowman with Florian because I think every chicken is fed and hugged and played with, as well as Clara. So we have time enough on our hands. Yeah. So we haggled a bit with Kim, and usually this works actually if you don't try it twice a day. It says you drive a hard bargain. Tell you what, I'll give you 25% off on anything on this table. Now I'm not necessarily gonna purchase anything because we've got most of the stuff we need in our fridge. But if you haggle for 25% off, you actually also get a 10% profit on the things you sell. And that's actually quite handy when you try to live off the land. So now that I've got that, I'm gonna sell her some of the things I've got in my inventory, both the blue eggs, which gives me about 50 simoleons. I'm getting 25 simoleons for each bottle of milk, which is about 3 more than I would usually get. And I'm gonna sell all of these. So that's actually gonna give me quite a nice pay. I'm also gonna sell the green and the orange egg, and I'm gonna sell 21 cans of mayonnaise. And I think that's it, but that gives me about 1351 simoleons. And that's just from our chickens, our cow, and Josephine's canning skill. if we have a good day and we have some produce harvested, we can get up to 2,000 simoleons, a 2,000 simoleon payout. So that's really great. You can actually easily live off the land. And what's also maybe a little unrealistic, but a great addition is that the garden patches that came with the expansion pack actually also produce in winter, of give produce in winter. So we can have profit year round, which is actually quite helpful when you're starting out. I might look for a mod if anyone makes it to disable the patches in winter because I think it's a bit more realistic, or I might just buy a greenhouse for the sake of it. But for now, we're gonna use that advantage. Well, we just sold our inventory, most of our inventory to Kim, and we got back to our home. So I'm gonna start off by paying the bills, which we just did. And now I can show you around the changes I made to the home of the Mosleys. I made it a little bit more farm-like and made it a little look a little bit more lived in and a little bit more old with the detailing. So as you may be able to tell, our hallway got a little bigger, and that's mostly because we added a staircase that came with the Cottage Living expansion pack all the way to the attic. And we also changed the flooring. So we have like this tile flooring in the hallway, which just sets it apart from the rest of the home. I think it goes really nicely with the theme we've got going on, especially the color scheme. And I don't know, I feel like most of the farms I've been to usually have some kind of tiles in the hallway. So, or at least in the home somewhere. And I just thought the hallway was the best way to put, the best place to put it. Um, because it was raining a lot, we also added a umbrella rack so we can finally stay dry if we go outside to feed the chickens or collect the eggs. Of course, now it's winter, but during springtime, it will probably rain a lot too. We also added a little bit more detailing to the kitchen. We got we got a ribbon for our participation in the pie competition at the Finchwick Fair. Um, I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the beginning of the episode, but I was trying to film that, but the Finchwick Fair was quite buggy, so it didn't really turn out as an episode I wanted to publish to YouTube. Now that we've got a little bit more progress in our Let's Play, I'm gonna space the episodes out a little. So every time I do upload an episode, there's quite a few things I can show you because it's more of the same on a day-to-day basis, which is, I like that. I like rotational gameplay and things that I can use on a daily basis. But it's not all suitable for an entire episode of the Let's Play. So I'll try to show you the next fair, which is on Saturday, which is the Finchwick Cow Fair, if I'm correct. I'm gonna check for you. It's on the same day as New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's the Finchwick Cows Fair with a cow competition and a milk competition. I think I am gonna try to film an episode there. I hope it's a little less buggy, but we'll see. Back to the house, because I was telling you about that. Of course, we added a little nursery. We split the one bedroom I had on this side of the home, which just had the bed of Josephine and Florian there. I split it by adding the staircase in between, and now we have quite decent sized bedrooms for them to sleep. Josephine and Florian's bedroom didn't really change that much, but we of course did add a little nursery. And this bed isn't from Cottage Living. This is from the Tiny Travelers custom CC set, which is free to download. I use it all the time because I don't like the stuff that is available for toddlers, especially in these types of builds. And what is from the Cottage Living expansion pack are these super adorable fairy lights. I think these are really, really cute. They don't really shine that bright, but they're just a great addition. And I think they work really well in a nursery, especially with the wallpaper, which also works really well in the nursery. I can see myself using this in all types of builds. Of course, we do have a bassinet until Arthur actually ages up to a toddler, which will be in the next episode. I'm not the biggest fan of babies, but it always feels a bit weird to immediately skip to the toddler phase because, well, a newborn is part of having a child. So I usually play with him for I think about 3 days before I age them up, so they can get adjusted to having a child and having to take care of it, having a baby. So for now, he's still in his bassinet, but he will eventually sleep in here, and we will also get him some toddler stuff, some toys, a high chair. I'll purchase that with the money we have right now. As you can tell, we don't have a bathroom downstairs anymore. We also don't have a small one just with a toilet. I am going to change that up. I'm just not sure where I'm going to put it yet. But for now, we moved that up to the attic. I don't know why, but I actually really liked how this attic turned out. It looks like an actual attic. Kind of scary even if it's dark. Um, yeah, I imagine this to be some kind of playroom for the kids or kids, depending on how many they will have. But I think more than one. I will just add some toys here and they can play here without being in the way of their mom and dad. And we also have the bathroom up here, which is more of the same we already had. I did add a sink to it and a mirror because I don't want them to walk all the way downstairs to wash their hands, all the way to the kitchen to wash their hands before going to bed again if they have to get up at night. So they can do that here. And I added some detailing just to make it look a little bit more realistic, like a bathrobe and some toilet paper and a mirror. So yeah, this is the upstairs for now, and I think we can easily expand to this with another room once we have another child. But for now, this is what their home looks like, and I think it actually kind of looks like a home right now. I'm really enjoying it. I love the way it looks. I love the color scheme. It's very cozy, and I just can't help myself but playing with this family. I really enjoy them. I was thinking of switching it up with another save just to have the content be a little bit more diverse, but I just really love this expansion pack. I keep coming back to it, and I especially keep coming back to this family. I just love them so much. But enough talking, let's do some more playing. First of all, we're gonna check on our chicken coop, which is, I think it's fine. We have 2 roosters, 4 hens, and 0 chicks right now, but our chickens are incubating 2 hatchable eggs. So these will hatch in about a day, perhaps in this episode, maybe in the next one, or maybe off camera. We also added a bunny or a wild rabbit home, a bunny home. And as you can see, we have so many bunnies roaming around our garden, but I think that just looks like, I think it looks adorable. And we actually befriended a few of them. We have Hopper, which is helping us with gardening. You can see that the gardening help enable. It says gardening help enabled, which means they'll enrich the soil and they will eat up our weeds that grow on our produce. So that's great. And we also had another one here somewhere, I think, who's called Fluffy. I know the most original names ever, not, but with so many chickens, cows, rabbits, you can't really have them have very distinguished names. So I'm gonna have them have these very cliche names because I like it. Fluffy, Hopper. I think it's amazing. I even have a chick called Chick, if I'm correct. So I'm kind of sad that it's defrosting outside. The snow is melting away. I really wanted Florian and Josephine to build a snowman. I think I'm gonna have them do that before the snow melts away completely. And then after that, we'll have them have dinner. I'm gonna have Josephine cook something new. Build a snowman with Josephine. We really have to hurry if we want to do this on time because The snow is melting away. I don't think we're able to anymore. No, there's not enough snow on the ground, but it is snowing. It is snowing and it's not even warm, so I'm not sure why it is melting away, but it's fine, it's fine. I think Arthur is... Oh, no, he's not even hungry. You can stop feeding him. He wants his diaper changed. Ah, and Florian reached parenting skill level 3. Level 3 of the parenting skill. So that's good. Ah, ooh, we woke him up. Sorry. Sorry, sorry. Well, Arthur is going to sleep again in his lovely little room. I'm gonna add another curtain that seems realistic, and we have the money for it now. Oh, no, that doesn't look that good, actually. These look like two completely different colors, and that's mostly because these windows are not on the same height. I'm gonna change that up. Sorry, I'm really nitpicky when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, well, since they're not the same height, I'm not gonna have two curtains up because it doesn't look that good. Well, now that the snow is melting, we can actually see a little bit more of how our garden is doing. I think these are ready to be harvested, yes. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. I think the rabbits are also helping with creating supersized crops because we suddenly have about 4 of the biggest sizes growing in our garden and 2 patches of the medium-sized crops. So no smaller ones. However, I did notice that the rabbits do eat the lettuce, if I'm correct. My lettuce was not really in the best state. Its state wasn't the best. Usually it's all healthy and it was fine, I think, because they were eating it. So I had to use quite a few fertilizers to make sure my produce didn't go to waste. I think they will stop once you befriend them, but just the regular wild rabbits will eat the lettuce, which I think is fine. Take from the land and give back to the land, am I right? It seems like Florian already ate. He was quite hungry after being on the farm and on the land all day. So I'm gonna have him take a shower and also use the restroom. And I think I will do the same for Josephine once she finishes her meal. I'm gonna have her get some leftover so they don't go to... Oh, no, I'm not gonna have her have breakfast. I'm gonna check what leftovers we have in the fridge, but I think we have no, we don't have any meals, any dinners, right, in fridge anymore. So I'm gonna have her cook something. I'm just not sure what yet. I might have to do some grocery shopping. I might get some delivered actually. That might be kind of cute. I'm gonna see if we can make a cottage pie with... No, we can make mud carp. Yeah, I'm gonna make mud carp because we have some fresh fish and we can make a family size. It's actually the fish that Florian caught in the lake nearby or the pond nearby, which is... Ah, this looks gorgeous. I cannot with this view. Let me... Wow, this is incredible. They outdid themselves with this world. I think I've said this like a million times already, but this is just... I love this. I can stare at this forever. But I was going to show you the pond. And I'm also going to check if that pond is available again for Florian to fish some more. This is the pond. I always have to look it up because it's also quite green. So I always have to search for it. But He's able to go fishing again, so I'm gonna have him go fishing now that he's done, because it's still quite early. And Josephine is gonna enjoy her dinner on the couch. I think I discovered another little bug in the game because I've got this notification about 4 times already. It says puppy is getting on in years. The poor old fella. Hope there's a few more pets left till the Reaper comes for a visit. But because I have aging off, I like to control when my Sims, even the townies, but my own Sims as well, age up, and it really differs. So I think because aging is off, the chickens actually don't die or pass away, or the animals in general, but we still get this notification. So I'm not sure if she's gonna pass away, if it's different from regular aging, but I did get that notification for about 4 times already. We also have yet another fox on our lot, so I have to have Josephine stop eating and shoo him away before he takes some of our eggs. So, and he went away. Our chickens are actually still fine, but they'll probably get scared once he walks by. No, they're fine. They're fine. Okay, great. She can continue her dinner. She wasn't full yet, and she wasn't finished yet either. I think it's also due for Winterfest tomorrow. And I feel like since this is their first time as a family on the farm, I do have to purchase them a tree. Although I'm not sure if it might fit. I might have to save that up for next year once they expand it a little, because I don't think it will fit actually. Well, we'll see for that in the the next time I play. I think that will be off camera. Florian is fishing and he just caught a bonefish, which I don't think we can cook with it, but we can sell it, so that's fine. Quite a large one too, 4.11 kilograms. I'm gonna have him fish until about 10 p.m. and then I'm gonna have him head home. Josephine is gonna put away her dinner. She's gonna show her newborn son some love. Sweet little Arthur. Josephine is just happy her pregnancy is over. She had a lot of mood swings. I'll make sure to turn them off for her next pregnancy so that will go a little smoother. But she's overjoyed with her son, so it was all worth it in the end. Florian is actually on a roll with the fishing, so that's great. And I'm gonna have Josephine take a shower so she doesn't have to do that in the morning, and after that I'm gonna have her go to bed. He's about to catch something, I think. Ooh, that's nothing. These ponds look really nice. We might add one in our own garden once I experiment with it a little bit, because I haven't actually touched the new tools for that yet. For now, I'm gonna have him. I think I'm gonna have him head home. Yeah. Oh. Might catch one more thing. Nothing. Hey, still nothing. The fish are asleep. I'm gonna have him head home. But he does like fishing. Yes, hook, line, and sinker. Florian feels right at home by the water with his fishing line cast. Is this a revelation that he likes fishing? Yes, it is. He loves fishing. I'm actually gonna have him head home because you're not gonna nap outside while it's freezing. I'm actually surprised you're not freezing to death because you're not wearing proper clothing for it yet. I think it's because it's cool, not necessarily freezing, so he should be fine for a couple of hours. But he's heading home. Josephine is already in bed. I think Arthur is going to sleep very soon as well. So I think this is all I wanted to update you on. I'm gonna play some more off camera and I'll make sure to start recording again while when things get a little bit more exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around next time. If you did like it, please leave me a comment or a like so I know you enjoyed this episode. And if you have any questions or would like to see some of the futures in The Sims for Cottage Living, please let me know in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.